Hey everyone, this is the weekly wrap up for the week of September 11th. We're going to be covering the previous week of September 5th. So just want to go over the assignments that were due from last week, which would have been your discussion board on becoming the boss, and then quiz 1 that covered topics 1, 2, and 3, the role of the supervisor, evolution of management, and communication. So first of all, I just want to say great job last week, guys. I really enjoyed reading your discussion posts. Very insightful, and so happy to hear that so many of you really enjoyed the article and was able to take away a lot of great information. I always, think that this time of year, when I put that assignment out, that is a really great article, especially for those that are considering going into more managerial supervisory roles, and just kind of what you can expect as a new manager and some tips and tricks to be on the lookout for. As far as your quizzes from last week, the quizzes overall were very good. The average for the quizzes come out to about an 88.67. So not terrible. It's still really good, guys. There was one question that was missed overall by the class, and that was, what does the term organizational culture mean? Your choices were workforce diversity, values, belief, and behaviors, style of leadership, and then an all. And most everybody chose the all option. I believe that was because that's what was word by word listed out on the PowerPoint slides for that particular topic. But do know that organizational culture also envelops workforce diversity and your own personal style of managerial leadership. That's the type of culture that you're building based on the leadership characteristics that you exhibit and the diversity of your workforce. So the term organizational culture, while it does mean your values, beliefs, and behaviors of the organization, also encompasses workforce diversity and your style of leadership. Now, I did have a question come in this week, and this will be the last thing that I address through the weekly wrap-up this week, but refer to your case studies and case scenarios. Just wondering if the groups that you're working in for your case scenarios are true groups that you work with, or if you work on those individually. So let's scroll over to your case scenarios. Now, these will be group assignments, so you will be working with the people you have been assigned to in your groups. Now, I just scrolled over to content, went down to assignments and case scenarios. And again, your setup may look just a little bit different, but here is all the information in regards to that case scenario assignment that is a group assignment. This comes straight out of the syllabus, but wanted to give you the information. You will have to give a 10-minute presentation via PowerPoint, and those details are below on how to record a video. Some important tips to be cognizant of, and then also included the grading criteria here. Now, if you look down, keep scrolling on down, there's a sub-module called Instructions. I've recorded a separate video that goes over the case scenario and the expectations for that, so please make sure to go in and watch that, and as well as reviewing over the grading rubric for the case. Now, you won't see all these individual case scenarios. You should just see the one that you are assigned, and how you will know which one you are assigned to. You'll navigate over to the Communication tab, scroll down to Groups. Now, your view will look different. This is just a disclaimer. I will see everyone's group since I have the instructor access, but you should have a group that you are assigned to listed here under Case Scenario Group. Again, this is the same information we just looked at from the content module, except now you're going to have your group assignment, and your case study is going to be linked up to that group. So, for instance, those that are assigned to Group 1, you are going to be working on the back to school case study. If you were to click on that link, that will take you directly to the case study, so you don't have to navigate anywhere else. That'll link you right up to your case study analysis that you need to complete. So you can go in, read your back to school case study, and then complete the assignment. And again, how you get to that is go to Communication, Groups, and you should have an assignment group listed there. It looks like my computer's decided to stop working, but you will have, there we go, you will have your group assigned here, and the case study that you're going to be responsible for. So you can see we have 7 groups out there, and each one with a different case study that they're going to be assigned. So guys, if you do have any questions, you know that my door, if you're on campus, is always open. I try to be very responsive to emails, so if you have any additional questions regarding anything to do with the class, not just your case scenarios, but any assignment, assessment, discussion board, any content piece of the class, feel free to email me anytime. Again, I always keep Skype up on my computer. That way, if you're a distant student or if you can't make it to campus but still need that face-to-face interaction, you can call me on Skype, and my contact information is on the syllabus. And you're also always welcome to call my office, but just a little note to let you guys know, probably the quickest way to get a hold of me is through email, and because I can check that, and I am in and out of my office so much. Other than that, guys, I'm just looking forward to topics due this week. So we're going to be covering topic 5, tactics of planning, and then we are going to be covering topic 6, the tools of planning, and those are going to cover chapters 8 and 9, and then we will only have one assignment due this week. That's your class discussion number 1. So you can locate that by going to communication discussions and then navigating down to class discussion number 1. Now the assignment and everything is contained within that discussion board with some questions that you need to answer. And I want to make sure to go ahead and note out here too, because I had a couple responses this week that didn't quite meet the criteria. Make sure that you know your answers, your first post has to be substantive, and then you have to respond to at least 2 other students, and those answers must have some type of substance to them. They can't just be one sentence, I agree, I disagree, good post, great job. It can't be things like that, but I want this to be as much as a conversation as we possibly can. And that discussion board is going to be due this coming Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So no quizzes or anything this week, guys, and just a little forward looking into your case scenarios. I know the syllabus says that those are going to be distributed on October 2nd, but I went ahead and left those out so that you can start working on those as a group. And those are going to be due the week of October 30th. So it's going to be here before we know it. So try to start coordinating with your group to start getting those worked on. Guys, great job. If you need anything, let me know, and I hope you have a great week.